Uh, What is going on, guys? Welcome to the stream. How we guys doing today? We are just live. Uh, about to just chill out, relax, have a good time. Um, yeah. So if you guys do follow me on TikTok, I did try to do like a little improv TikTok stream. I just ended it. So I might start doing those, like do like 15, 30 minute, you know, 15, 30 minute lives, just real quick, just so get just to show that, hey, I'm live. Gonna be live soon on here and YouTube and stuff like that. So, but yeah, no, but I don't know what to really call it. Y'all, it was so weird. It was legitimately the most weirdest shit to date. Like, I don't know why. It's like somebody, they asked me to invite them, and then next thing I know it, I'm like sitting here like, what am I supposed to do with this? Like, what am I supposed to do with this? All right. Oh. And then on top of that, that's fine, bro. I appreciate you coming by. I mean, I would expect him to be at you to be at work. I'm doing good, besides my shoulder being still fucked up, but it's actually somewhat. I can actually use it. I can actually use it somewhat. So it's not like not fucking terrible. So it's not too terrible. All right, let me switch over to this game. We're gonna watch a couple videos. One is uh I forgot. Chat, chat. Return to Moria. We get to be dwarves. I want to use the fucking shitty fucking. Oh no, I am totally.
Misty mountains,
Totally
Middle Earth, the fourth age of this world.
Hello?
Concerning
Fucking
dwarves. Dwarves have delved under the mountains since the first age, mining, smithing, and carving our homes. It has been remarked by some that a dwarf's only real passion is for battle and treasure. A rather
Yo, I'm fucking hype.
misty mountains.
That's crazy. Okay. Anyway, sorry about that. War Tales. Don't care about that. Okay, but yeah. So essentially, the the Turns of Moria was first a Epic Games Launcher exclusive, but then they were like, "Oh, okay, um, let's just do this then." So, um, but yeah, that was a thing I just geeked over about. But also, we got to delete a bunch of games. That I know I'm not gonna play. I can reinstall them. Not that big of a deal, but I know for a fact that I'm never gonna play these games because I like my space. Yeah, I'm gonna get rid of that. Surge, yeah, no. Mm, definitely not Mid-Force because Dimesia definitely. So that might take up my time. So that's why I'm just like, Grocery Store Simulator. No, it's a game that I'm probably gonna. What did they update with this game? Hmm, that's interesting. So I don't know why I'm getting into the supermarket simulation games and shit like that. It's kind of funny to be honest. I know I played this. Um, no, recent activity. Um, mm, the fact that I decided to actually reactivate my the fact that I decided to reactivate my Warframe account is godlike. But yeah. Mm. Add that to streaming. Install. Dub Spank. I have so many fucking games. I miss playing Satisfactory or Satisfactory. Satisfactory was fun. Um, no, no, no. Naughty, naughty, naughty deed. Well, when I'm not drowning in bills, I'll if I feel like it would be on sale when because what is it? I think they announced I know that the fact that they announced their That bastard actually has it and he didn't tell me. Oh, that's cool. Oh, God, man. My fucking. It's like. Yeah, so essentially September 10th, usually they throw it on sale the day of and maybe for like a week. But yeah, September 10th. They're going to do a lot of different things and I feel like that this is the like the fact that I got it on it during early access was good. And I'm happy that, these guys are finally after years they're finally getting out of early access. So, I'll actually I'll do yeah, I'll wait to download that again. Um Another game that I haven't played is Core Keeper. I know I played it on the stream.
Lychee
Pookie.
456 says Pookie.
What's up, Lychee? What's poppin', brother? You know what's funny? You know what's funny, chat? I I really don't have a lot of lo-fi music because it puts me to sleep. And honestly, what especially when I'm streaming, when I don't have like the like crazy energy. But listen, other than that, I'm doing good, Lychee. How's being 30? All right, I'm gonna figure out why in the fuck this thing. I hate it. What's my oldest game? God damn, Terraria was my very first game. Hmm, that's pretty cool. Um, mm, mm, okay, okay. You hate it? Oh, come on. No, you don't. You love it. You want to make sweet, sweet love to it. Oh, wow. Wait, did that actually come out today? Oh, shit. Oh, for after 2.5 years in early access, four major content updates. Oh shit. I totally forgot that this game also Core Keeper was coming out. Oh shit. That's actually really cool. That's actually I fucks with that. That actually was pretty cool today. Oh. That's actually pretty fucking cool. So you pre-ordered Black Ops 6? Loser. Just get Game Pass. No, I'm just kidding. Um it's honestly like the reason why I say I just mess with people like that is just because I didn't have to do none of that. All I did is just have Game Pass, and I got Modern Warfare 3. I got all the game. I got like and also the pre-order packs and shit. So, but we might jump into some Core Keeper. I'm not too sure, but let us watch the indie showcase, something that we were supposed to do minutes ago. All right. There we go. Uh, Let me see if I can just find. What the fuck? What? I'm so completely lost. What the fuck did Nintendo do? Hold on. Uh. Okay. There we go. Alright. That was ass.
Street Fighter Alpha 3 up. Indie World Showcase.
Thank you. Hello? What the fuck? Oh, they were probably adding as we were talking.
Welcome to Indie World. I'm Amber.
And I'm Andrew. We're back with more indie games headed to the Nintendo Switch system.
All right, it's time to lay our cards on the table.
Sure thing. Wait, why is there a Joker in my hand?
Here's the deal.
I hate portals.
They just dead collab with a bunch of games. Really? That's so stupid, but it's so worth it.
Hola, som Nou d'Estudio, l'equip darrere de Gris, i ara el pròxim joc Neva. El nostre joc és una història de maternitat on els jugadors assumeixen el rol de l'Alba. Començaran la seva aventura al costat d'una petita lloba anomenada Neva.
Els capítols inicials del joc mostraran com l'Alba haurà d'encoratjar i protegir una jove Neva dels perills del seu món. Però al final del joc, una Neva més gran i ferotge es convertirà en la protectora de la seva figura materna, l'Alba.
El equipo ha estado trabajando duro para mostrar una conmovedora perspectiva sobre cómo quienes nos protegen eventualmente necesitarán nuestro cariño y cuidados también.
Derek's like,
Estamos encantados de poder compartir las últimas novedades del juego y esperamos que os unáis a Alba y Neva en su aventura en Nintendo Switch.
oh lord. What? Alrighty then. Alrighty then.
Creep and crawl your way up the corporate ladder of a bizarre insect megacorp that's buzzing with mysteries. In this surreal RPG, you'll take on the role of Moth Cubit, an ordinary employee who's recently received a promotion.
But this is no time to celebrate. The threat of a mysterious event known as the final process is looming. Can Moth and his fellow bugs save the company? Or even reality itself?
As you investigate the cramped cubicles and creepy corridors of the corporation, you'll befriend bugs from all walks of life, each with a story that's interwoven with Moth.
Not everyone will be friendly, though. Take on enemies in verbal showdowns with multiple dialogue choices, and be sure to bring your fighting words.
Your choices influence how the story progresses. There are multiple secrets, quests, and endings to unravel. So experiment and see what happens.
Moth Cubit buzzes onto Nintendo Switch next spring.
Oh fuck.
Hey guys, we're AJ and Dio from Tokyo Productions in Indonesia. We're part of Coffee Talk team, and with our much missed friend and the original creator Fahmi, we created Coffee Talk and Coffee Talk Episode 2.
Hey everyone, I'm Anna Winterstein, a game designer and a writer. I was the co-writer of Coffee Talk Hibiscus and Butterfly alongside Junkie at Toge.
Hi, I'm Kentaro Okawa, a writer and English to Japanese games translator. I had the privilege to work on the Japanese translations of both Coffee Talk games.
Today, we are thrilled to announce that we are partnering with Chorus to expand the Coffee Talk world.
We've been hard at work over the last year to come up with a story that retains the cozy elements Coffee Talk fans are fond of, but at the same time brings something new to the table.
And now, we're very proud to announce an exciting new game for Coffee Talk fans.
Coffee Talk
Tokyo!
Oh. No offense, I kind of figured when he said the English to Japanese translator, I was like, oh, they're making a Coffee Talk Tokyo.
Let's check out some upcoming downloadable content that will take you to new and unexpected places.
Discover a miniature clockwork world in the Sea of Stars Throes of the Watchmaker DLC. Gear up for a journey full of oddities and wonders in which Valir and Zale will have to play by new rules to put a stop to a cursed carnival.
Zale will transform into a skillful juggler, while Valir will dazzle as an acrobat. Together with new playable character Artie, they'll explore new areas and battle through dangerous dungeons in their quest to save the world of Orlage.
A malevolent spectacle awaits when this free DLC for Sea of Stars launches on Nintendo Switch next spring.
Hey, get out of my swamp!
Sorry, Amber. But just like onions, this swamp has layers of dirt that need to be blasted away.
Fine, I'm over it anyway. A muddy good time awaits in the Shrek Special Pack paid DLC for Power Wash Simulator. Feel like an all-star as you wash away the grime covering 5 fairy tale maps from the Shrek universe, including Shrek's very own swamp and the Dragon's Lair.
Don a shiny suit of armor with a new night-themed character model, and get your power washing game on when the Shrek Special Pack DLC makes a splash on the Nintendo Switch system this fall.
Hi, I'm Sam.
And I'm Toby.
Our team has been working on a new game called Morsels. You play as a mouse fighting against the forces of wicked cats, using magical cards to transform into a bunch of weird little monsters. It's a challenging roguelike set in a grungy, whimsical world.
When I first pitched Morsels 4 years ago, it was a simple top-down shooter, which is a genre I love. Since then, with the help of Sam and our programmer Iggy, we've been able to turn it into something much cooler and night efficient. I hope when people play Morsels, they enjoy the frenetic action, but are also charmed by the game's personality.
Please enjoy the first ever trailer for our strange little game.
Thank you.
It's not a little game when it's a gig big, okay? Most games today are at least a minimum gig big. like not Bioshock. Binding of Isaac / you know.
Hey there! They say home is where the heart is. And that's especially true for this next game.
That's right. Household objects, appliances, and even concepts turn into eligible love interests in Date Everything, a game in which you can, in fact, date pretty much everything.
Brother,
With 100 dateable
no,
characters,
no.
there are plenty of unconventional partners to choose from. Fall madly
stop
in
it.
love with Fabrizio
Stop
the cabinet. Become besties with Shelly the shelf. Or come to despise Doug. Your, overwhelming sense of existential dread.
What? Fuck?
I think I'll pass on Doug. Can I fall in love with a lamp?
No way! Lux the lamp
Brother.
is all mine! But did you know that you could even date the game
Yes, take
itself?
my money.
Why don't I introduce you to Textbox-chan?
Engage in
Brother.
flirtatious,
Oh,
branching
this is
dialogue with these
cringe.
fully
Please
voiced
stop.
characters as you get to know them and form meaningful relationships.
Perish the thought, swashbuckler.
I drive as quick as my whip.
Bring your best dating game because your choices could result not just in love,
I'm not
but
buying
also
this.
in friendship. Or even disdain.
Find the object of your affection when Date Everything launches on Nintendo Switch October 24th.
Are they just
Hi,
finding
I'm Sienna,
ways to
the lead
say,
artist
yeah,
on Peglin.
let me go
And I'm
fuck
Dylan,
my
the
vacuum
game designer
cleaner.
of Peglin and the founder of Red Nexus Games. The two of us created the first version of Peglin at a game jam in 2019. The theme of the jam was fall, and we wanted to create something fun and physicsy. We ended up creating the first version of Peglin's battle system.
When the pandemic started, working on Peglin became a fun and creative escape. We made cute places and enemies for our little goblin friend to explore.
We then added two of our friends to help speed up development, and now 4 years later, we're a team of 7, and we're excited to bring Peglin to Nintendo Switch.
The dragons have been stealing your gold for as long as you can remember. It's time to delve into the heart of their lair and exact your revenge with the power of pegs.
In this roguelike pachinko-inspired RPG, you'll aim orbs and hit pegs to deal damage in turn-based battles. The more pegs you hit, the more devastating the blow you'll deal to your enemies.
Bounce your way to victory with a variety of different orbs. Some can split into multiple copies. Others will pierce both pegs and enemies. And some will even heal you for every peg you hit.
The pegs themselves have some peculiar properties too. They can explode, help you unlock the critical power of your orbs, and more. With careful planning and aiming, you can create some spectacular combos.
Relics will radically change your game too. Equip these rare passive power-ups to prevent lethal damage or turn pegs into bombs. Just to name a few. Each run presents new opportunities for possible combinations.
Teach those dragons a lesson when Peglin bounces onto Nintendo Switch as a timed console exclusive later today.
The wobbly life.
Okay, follow my lead and watch out for the caterpillar.
We're doing great so far. Hey, careful! There's a Andrew!
Oops, let's try this again. Scoot, scoot.
Jump! Good thing we're tied together.
Look, a key. Let's grab it.
Hey, don't jump on my head.
I'm going in.
Oh! All right, let's slow it down. And jump!
Got it.
Yay!
We make a great team. Now let's try it with 8 players.
Oh boy!
Oh, God,
As
that's
you can see,
insanity.
cooperation is key in this puzzle platformer. Up to 8 players need to work together to navigate levels full of ledges, cliffs, and other obstacles.
Use strategic stacking, coordinated movement, and puzzle-solving skills to find all the keys and reach every level's exit. There are more than 60 levels, and each one can be completed no matter how many players you have on your side.
Think it'll be a walk in the park?
No.
Think again. Even greater challenges await in dark mode, where your skills and your friendships will be put to the ultimate test.
Get ready for multiplayer mischief when Pico Park 2 jumps onto Nintendo Switch as a timed console exclusive later today.
That would be nothing but insanity.
Can't get enough indies? Here are some more titles headed to the Nintendo Switch system in the near future.
I like Metal Slug, but I don't like the.
Okay, that's all for today's show. Hey, where'd you get that pizza?
I found it in that tower over there.
What tower?
Like a really cracked version of Warrior Land. Jesus fucking Christ. Yeah, this is like a cracked, like a hallucination version of fucking Warrior Land.
That's all for today's Indie World. We hope you enjoyed today's showcase.
As always, a big thank you to our indie community and partners making games for Nintendo Switch.
Follow our official Indie World account to stay up to date on all things indie on the Nintendo Switch system. Stick around for more exciting news and updates in today's Nintendo Direct Partner Showcase, starting right now. Until next time, happy gaming!
That was actually not a bad Indie World Direct. Not even gonna lie.
Hello, everyone. Welcome to today's Nintendo Direct Partner Showcase. In this presentation, we'll be focusing on Nintendo Switch games launching in the second half of 2024 from our publishing and development partners. Okay, let's get into the headlines. These games are falling into place.
Okay, alright, enough of the dad jokes.
Celebrate the 40th anniversary of Tetris with a compilation of historic games.
40 years?
Experience the 1988 Famicom version of Tetris. Chain combos using explosions in Tetris 2 plus Bombless. Use special moves to win in Tetris Battle Gaiden. And more in this interactive museum, including the games shown here. In addition, enjoy the brand new Tetris Time Warp, where you'll jump between gameplay styles from across the series. You can also watch new documentary clips about the history of Tetris and its key players. Tetris Forever drops onto the Nintendo Switch system this year. Plus, the NES version of Tetris is coming to Nintendo Switch Online this winter. And be on the lookout for a Tetris 99 Maximus Cup event, also coming this winter. Speed into the unknown. Journey to the galaxy's depths in this high-speed sci-fi adventure. After receiving a mysterious distress signal, you'll venture through a massive alien world to reunite with your beloved. Ride the stylish hoverboard to explore stunning landscapes filled with all sorts of alien structures. From scorching sands to wavy waters, each area will challenge your traversal skills. Along the way, you'll face enemies in frenetic melee combat. By unlocking skills and combining different abilities, you can find more creative ways to overcome foes. You can also customize the hoverboard to match your riding style. Solve puzzles and gather resources to boost its speed, steering, gravity, and more. Whether you're racing through terrain at high speeds or in the throes of combat, the hoverboard will be there to help you. Leave no stone unturned as you explore every corner of this vast planet. You never know what or who you'll find.
Oh, God.
Star Overdrive launches as a timed exclusive on Nintendo Switch next year. Do whatever floats your goat.
Please, no.
Welcome to the vast island of San Angora, where you'll take on the role of a goat. We're not kidding. In this sprawling sandbox adventure, you'll headbutt, lick, and explode your way across the island. Wreak havoc on anything and everything you find. Want to drive around town, join a yoga class, antagonize the locals? You can do all of that and more. Complete quests and gain karma to progress the story and unlock customization options. From fashionable nonsense like floral shirts and inflatable tubes, to goat variants, including tall, angry, and even tasty goats. So buckle up and grab your fashion style by the horns. And you're not the only belligerent Billy around here. Unleash all sorts of bad mischief in two-player online or couch co-op. Hope you're ready to hoof it, because the digital version of Goat Simulator 3 rams its way onto Nintendo eShop later today. The physical version of the game launches on Nintendo Switch this November. Here's a rapid-fire mix of first reveals and game updates coming to Nintendo Switch. Make Bikini Bottom your playground. Is this SpongeBob? No, this is Patrick. The silly sea star from SpongeBob SquarePants stars in this physics-based sandbox adventure. Bikini Bottom is your oyster. Make some hilarious mayhem by performing whimsical skydives, digging up treasure in the dump, or even blowing off steam in Mrs. Puff's rage room. Experiment with items you find, from exploding pies to paint tubes, to make the world more Patrick-y. And he's not the only familiar face here. Take on comical challenges from SpongeBob, Sandy, Squidward, and more.
Buckle up.
Hey, who turned out the lights?
Step into Patrick's shorts and the inner machinations of his mind. When SpongeBob SquarePants, the Patrick Star Game, launches on Nintendo Switch October 4th. Pre-orders begin later today on Nintendo eShop. Ready for your very own personal trainer?
Okay, let's get started. Ready? 1, 2, jump!
The latest entry in the fitness boxing series is punching its way onto Nintendo Switch. Newly added features make it easier to train more regularly. Use Quick Workout to jump into an exercise program right after launching the game.
Right, put the punches together, but it looks like you've got more in you.
Once you're done, try going the distance.
With an extra workout?
With mitt drills, you'll practice with your instructor at your own pace.
Looking good.
And in Sit Fit Boxing, you can complete exercise programs while seated for a different training experience. 30 brand new songs are included. There are also 6 instructors,
Why is the
including
black
2
guy
new
the
ones.
buffest nigga here?
Plus, you can change their hairstyles.
Good lord.
Let them motivate you as you work toward your goals.
Nice.
Fitness Boxing 3, your personal trainer, launches on the Nintendo Switch system December 5th. This is going to be a match to remember. 8 Capcom fighting games are brawling their way onto Nintendo Switch in one collection. Here's the complete roster of games. Capcom vs. SNK Millennium Fight 2000 Pro. Capcom vs. SNK 2 Mark of the Millennium 2001. Project Justice. Capcom Fighting Evolution. Street Fighter Alpha 3 Upper. Plasma Sword Nightmare of Bilstein. Power Stone.
God.
And Power Stone 2.
I forgot. Bro, I totally forgot about Power Stone. Power Stone was the shit back in the day.
Each game has its own training mode and is playable online. You can also visit the museum to enjoy artwork and music from each game. Capcom Fighting Collection 2 launches on Nintendo Switch next year. Plus, jump into the fray when Marvel vs. Capcom Fighting Collection Arcade Classics hyper combos its way onto Nintendo Switch September 12th. Digital pre-orders begin later today on Nintendo eShop. The physical version of the game launches on Nintendo Switch November 22nd. Next, please take a look at this.
Sure, what are we looking at?
私の声を聞いている遠い時代のあなたへ命ある者は皆無数の記憶を積み重ねながら生きていくやがて記憶の雫は魂を育み形作る
ユミヤにとっては見えるのが正しいことでも正しいことって一つじゃないのよ
すべて滅びたと思っていたが
正しいことって何絶対に許さない
身の程知らず愚か者
今日はそうただのご挨拶ですとも
これが私の全力どうか真相を解き明かして
Hold on, chat. It's the shit that she needs to ask.
FBI, open up!
Woo! What's going on? Sorry, hold on, Lychee. I had to use the bathroom because I decided to have cereal and have 2 sandwiches because I was hungry. And then on top of that, my job is not calling me, but texting the group chat. So just give me a minute, be right back. Back. I'm back and ready to attack. All right. Hope everyone's doing good. Sorry, I had to use the bathroom real quick. All right.
We hope you're looking forward to the newest entry in the Atelier series, featuring a brand new protagonist. All right, let's see some more headlines. Adventures and allies await in these Nintendo Switch games. HD remasters of the first 2 Suikoden games are coming to Nintendo Switch in one bundle. Meet and befriend up to 108 allies in these turn-based RPGs. During your travels, you can strengthen your home base and expand your spheres of influence while fighting for your cause. This collection adds new support features like the ability to speed up combat and automate battles with a single button. Suikoden 1 and 2 HD Remastered, Gate Rune, and Dunan Unification Wars launches on Nintendo Switch March 6th, 2025. The HD 2D remake of Dragon Quest III draws near. After gathering your companions and selecting their vocations, you can now customize their appearance, voice, and more. With the new Monster Wrangler vocation, you can use monster-like abilities to fight enemies and heal allies. There may also be places where you can put monsters to use, but that's for another time. Dragon Quest III HD 2D Remake ventures onto Nintendo Switch November.
Listen, all I need is a remake of Monster of Dragon Quest. I forgot which Dragon Quest it is, but it's the Dragon Quest where you play as a slime and you drive like a huge slime tank. That's the remake I'm looking for. Give me that, and I'll throw you my whole paycheck.
14th. Pre-orders begin later today on Nintendo eShop. 3 Castlevania games originally released on the Nintendo DS system: Dawn of Sorrow, Portrait of Ruin, and Order of Ecclesia rise again in a single collection. Arcade classic Haunted Castle is also included, featuring the original and a reimagined version. Plus, there's a gallery that includes exclusive art and a music player. Castlevania Dominus Collection launches on the Nintendo Switch system later today. Build something you believe in. The award-winning strategy series returns with Sid Meier's Civilization VII. Rule as one of many legendary historical figures, including newly added leaders such as Queen Himiko. Friendship is her strength, and she can initiate diplomatic endeavors that help you research new technologies, expand your territory, establish your empire across the map, and conquer or cooperate with rival civilizations. You can even create your own path through history by choosing different civs with each new age. In the modern age, you can evolve your empire into Meiji Japan, known for its scientific strength and military force. Plus, you and your friends can see your kingdoms collide in online or local play. Can you create an empire that stands the test of time? Turn the page on a revolutionary new chapter when Sid Meier's Civilization VII launches on the Nintendo Switch system February 11th. Pre-orders are available now on Nintendo eShop.
Extremely hard, but people
Forge bonds transcending time.
Like, I heard that game is like extremely hard, on top of the fact that it's like you will lose like friendships if you fuck around and found out.
Celebrate the 30th anniversary of the Tales of series with a remaster of the action RPG Tales of Grace's F. When the protagonist Asbel and Prince Richard meet Sophia's children,
We will always be friends.
the 3 soon become lifelong friends. Several years have since passed. With their strong friendship and desire to protect their loved ones, the now grown-up trio get entangled in a conflict that will determine the fate of the world. This remaster adds enhancements like destination icons and toggling enemy encounters, as well as downloadable content from the original game. Tales of Grace's F Remastered launches on Nintendo Switch January 17th. 2 adorable adventures, 1 cozy
No,
bundle.
they're not adding them, right? Oh. I think that was on the 3DS.
More help is wanted. Think you've got what it takes to manage this perilous pizzeria? Test your skills and your nerves in this first-person horror game. As the newest employee of Freddy Fazbear's Pizzeria, you'll have plenty of job duties, such as helping performers prep for a show in the Pizzaplex salon, getting high scores by playing nostalgic arcade minigames, and hopping on attractions like a log ride. Sounds easy enough, right? But you'll be doing all of this while avoiding animatronic atrocities along the way. Become a Fazbear Entertainment superstar in 5 Nights at Freddy's Help Wanted 2, launching on Nintendo Switch this holiday.
Oh my god.
And if you're looking for more adventures in the Mega Pizzaplex, help Cassie find her friend and escape the ruins in this free story DLC for 5 Nights at Freddy's Security Breach, launching on Nintendo Switch this holiday. Let's check out some Nintendo Switch games launching in time for the holidays.
Okay then. Fuck. Oh shit, I forgot that's coming out.
Why do you stand in my way? Me? I should ask the same of you!
Welcome to the eastern nation of Azuma. After a calamity struck, the energy sources known as runes ceased to exist, and the land fell into decline. In this fresh take on the Rune Factory series, step into a bigger adventure than ever before. As an earth dancer, you'll channel the spiritual powers of nature through dance. Use the sacred drum to help crops grow faster, and the sacred parasol to summon rain. These treasures and your earth dancer abilities can revitalize the land. Restore this once fruitful region to cultivate fields, construct houses, and more to revive nature and establish prospering villages. Venture through the enchanting lands of Azuma, but beware, monsters may lie in wait. Harness your earth dancer abilities to confront them and restore certain monsters to their human forms. As you settle into village life, get to know the community around you and deepen your relationships to find friendship or even romance. Who knows? A wedding could even be on the horizon. Experience a beloved series reimagined. In Rune Factory Guardians of Azuma, launching on Nintendo Switch next spring. Next will be our last announcement. Please take a look. Immerse yourself in the story that started the epic saga in Yakuza Kiwami. Meet Kazuma Kiryu, a Yakuza accused of murdering his clan's patriarch, and Haruka, a young girl on the run, two individuals whose fates intertwine. Set in Kamurocho, Japan's largest entertainment district, Kiryu must navigate the twists and turns of Tokyo's underworld while confronting rival gangs. Swap between 4 fighting styles in real-time combat. Fight bare knuckle, or arm yourself with makeshift weapons and go up against anything in your way. There are also plenty of distractions to be found in Kamurocho. So take a break from brawling every once in a while. Discover how the epic series began when Yakuza Kiwami launches on Nintendo Switch October 24th. That's all for today's Nintendo Direct Partner Showcase. Thank you for watching.
That was actually pretty cool. That was actually really really good. Like there was some games that actually like I was actually like, should I? Like definitely some like Cuisinier. Like I have that on my PC on Steam. Definitely want to get that one. I definitely want to get Coffee Talk. Because that looks interesting. Pizza Tower, definitely. But then I'm looking at the other ones. I can probably most of all these games I could play either play on my Xbox or I could play on my PC. But the fighting collections I'm probably gonna get. I want to get the fitness boxing games because you know your boy don't because I want to get those. Those are really fun. Other than that, that's really besides Dragon Quest 3, like it's okay. Yeah, that's pretty much it. Alright, let us go now to our next video, which is Sanic.
Sonic, you finally found your family.
Try to keep up.
I know it hasn't always been easy, but you didn't change who you are in here.
Yeah, in my lungs.
Or your heart.
There's been a high-level security breach. And we need Team Sonic's immediate assistance. Project Shadow is far beyond anything we've ever encountered.
Shadow's story began a lot like yours, Sonic. But where you found family and friends, Shadow found only pain and loss.
You see the shit that they did with this scene. You know what the shit that they did with this scene. It's gonna be so fucked when we all watch it.
But where you found family and friends, Shadow found only pain and loss.
All right, we got a rogue alien on the loose. How do we find it?
Start with the giant fireball?
I love it. Let's start with a giant fireball.
He is much more impressive than the hedgehog I fought previously.
Dude, I'm standing right here.
You're a colorful bunch.
We don't want to fight you.
Actually, Sonic, I would like to fight.
No, no! My turn. Can we just talk about this?
He's too powerful.
I can't believe I'm saying this, but we need you-know-who.
This is a bad idea.
When has that ever stopped me?
Doctor!
We have visitors.
This is sad, Robotnik. Even for you.
We need your help.
On one condition. Let's do this!
If I can't rule the world, I might as well save it.
I need room. But, sir, I don't have the proper materials. Found some.
Yeah, I forever will think a kid carrier said.
Hey, no cheat code!
What did you do?
What I had
I see what they did with that design. That's fucked. That's fucked what you did with that. That ooh, it gives me the jibby.
Welcome home, my boy.
It's impossible.
Is it? It couldn't be.
You can clearly see the CGI between that scene.
Couldn't it? Are you? In the saggy flesh.
Oh man. That is actually absolutely fucking crazy. Oh boy. That's actually fucking crazy. That is actually so yeah, that's pretty much what I wanted just to watch today. But yeah. Still gonna be a better than a. I mean, anything's better than the Borderlands movie. Any movie. Like, you could even compare Dustborn being a better movie than fucking than Borderlands. And that game was horrible. Like, oh boy, horrible. Yeah. But yeah, no, between what is it? Between a lot of things today, just my shoulder is actually finally getting better. And you know, and just absolutely just wanting just to hang out and chill with my community here. I just thought, it's a good moment we could you know, chill out. But also another thing, um we're back to our normal schedule. We're back to our normal schedule. I think having just 3 weeks instead of 4 is good because it's like every time I feel like I want to do another Souls game or continue on with a Souls game that I did, it's like everything just goes downhill. So I decided today we're just gonna go back to our normal regular schedule. We're just gonna be Saturday. We're gonna continue our Baldur's Gate 3 Dirge run. Finally. Um but yeah. Um whew. Yeah, just I'm finally getting wanting to get back into actual playing games now because after the Tuesday upload, Discord upload, I was just like, yo, I can't, I gotta get myself better and and not do stupid mistakes anymore. You know what I mean? I feel like you guys deserve at least that much. I feel like every time I'm on like my legitimate deathbed, I always think about my community first. So it's not like, I don't give a fuck about y'all. I do. I truly do. Where circumstances decide, oh yeah, no. Yeah, we're just gonna uh yeah, Dimesia's gonna be one of those games I'm gonna finish. Out of all the Souls games that I played throughout the whole 3 weeks I had played, Dimesia's gonna be one of them. Dimesia, The Surge 2, and then Elden Ring. Those are the games I want to beat. I know that for a fact. But we have that's just adding to the backlog of games we have. So, um, so definitely want to do Baldur's Gate 3. Why? Oh my god, what is wrong with you? Hearing you say you'll eventually finish Elden Ring really tickles my pickle. Oh my god, what is wrong with you? But I am planning a few collabs along the way. For example, after we finish Baldur's Gate, um, we're going to we're definitely going to be finishing up between Baldur's Gate. Then we're gonna uh start playing cleanup with a bunch of games for like Baldur's Gate. Yeah, I also have to finish Ashen as well. That's a game that I also want to finish. Um, uh, there's a bunch of games that I want to finish on streamer, like. But yeah, Baldur's Gate 3 and Diabetes are like the number one things that I really want to finish. Um, yeah. It's. I'm thinking what other games I could think of, but I can't really think of them right now. Uh, I definitely want to start getting into some more longer form stuff, like get back into Satisfactory, Core Keeper, um, Traveler's Rest, um, yeah, like a lot of games that I want to finish. Enshrouded, um. By the way, I don't know if you saw, but Genshin Impact is on Xbox now. I'm interested to see. I think it will, but the Genshin Impact on Xbox is not coming out until November 15th. So, it probably will. You just have to, like, I think you got to connect your account that's, you got to link your account that's hooked up to your current mobile account. Yeah, no, yeah, it's not coming out until November. Which I'm happy for. I'm happy for Genshin to be on Xbox. It maybe probably make me want to play it, but probably not. I'll have probably like Black Ops 6 fucking me having Black Ops 6 preoccupied already. So I'm not like, in a rush to play that. Between Zenless Zone Zero and other games, I just say You may say ill to COD, but hey, I didn't pay $70 for it. It was free 99. So that's the only reason why I'm playing it. I will never play a COD that I paid for. Hence Cold War. I paid for Cold War and I never touched. I played like maybe a couple times and I just said nope, not playing that shit again. It kind of is for me. If I want to just sit there and just, you know, bullshit and all that crap. So yeah, so starting this week, we're gonna be just going straight to going back to our normal schedule of gaming, Baldur's Gate, Enshrouded, Dimesia, Zenless, all the games that you can think of we'll be playing on here. We're not gonna be strictly Souls games anymore. I thought I could handle 4 weeks, but my body and my mental health was just like, bitch, no. Bitch, do you know I can see you? Hmm. Oh, God. And I even know that it's not worth the hard drive space, but it's just so much fun. It's so stupidly much fun. But who's ready for those VGAs though? The Video Game Awards. What game what games do you think is going to be up for Game for the Year? I'm just saying, if it's Dustborn, if I see Dustborn as swear to God, if I see Dustborn being like having any award, I'm fucking calling rigged. That shit's so dumb that might as well just call that game woke the game. Woke the game. So anyway, as per usual, when we do our just chatting streams, we usually don't go for super long. At least an hour and a half, maybe 2 hours, depending on what we're talking about. Maybe we switch to a game. I'm not really too sure, but I'm not really feeling gamey today. So, but no, today's just kind of like a, hey, how you guys doing? What's going on? Social updates. But yeah. Let me see. Let me see real quick. Let me see who is on the Twitch. I forgot she's on. Ew. Oh God. Ew. Oh wait. Oh shit. Wait. I gotta change that setting. Shit. I totally have to change the setting. That was an interesting skit. Anyway. No, I was just making sure. There was like, so apparently Twitch decided to do this new knocking feature, and I'm just trying to look for it. I was trying to look for it, and it's like, oh no, that's what I want. Ooh, nope, nope, nope. Fuck all of that. Pause collaborations. You stupid. Nope. There you go. You can fuck off with all that shit. Fuck off with all that shit. So yeah, essentially Twitch added this like knock feature, so anybody who's an affiliate or a partner or anybody else can knock on your stream and invite themselves over as a collaborate. And I'm just like, no, no, stop that, stop that, no. Oh, it's on sale for 1990. No. So yeah. Um, I really don't know that much to say, really, honestly. Oh, that's what I was gonna say. So yeah, the knock feature was so, and a bunch of creators are just like, why? This is not what we asked for. And it's just like, what do you expect? They want y'all to play together. Play nicely, everyone. Everybody's like, no, we don't want to play nice. I hate everyone. And I feel like everybody who anybody who's anybody will know this. It's just like most content creators are introverts. I have realized this. We are all mostly just semi introverts. Well, for me, I'm a fully introvert. Fuck everybody. Fuck people. I love people, but I hate them. It's just like my battery drains so fast with people. But if we were playing video games, then yeah, it's one thing. But other than that, it's just yeah, well, it's not too bad. It's not too bad at all. Um, but yeah, no, it's kind of like it's kind of the day. Oh man. Oh, oh, 24 songs. Okay. But yeah. Um, but I'll be right back. I need to get something to drink. I'm a bit thirsty right now. But yeah. These are a bitch to put on, by the way. As much as they're like super good, the headphones, they're a bitch and a half to put on. might be wondering, what did I bring for drinking? Water. Because you need to drink your water. Oh. Whew. Oh. God damn it. Oof. Ugh. Yeah, I'm not feeling really gaming today. I feel like talking to you guys more. But yeah, no, okay, there we go. I feel like $1,000,000 with this water in my body. Oh. Whew. God, this feels like heaven. Legitimate heaven. Whew. But I know for a fact, though, let me see, YouTube real quick. I'm trying to remember what the... Oh, Space Marine. Yeah, I'm gonna actually, yeah. Wait, is this it? No, yeah. Apparently there's there's a content roadmap now they announced. So let us nah, yeah, we'll just watch it from here.
Almost 12 years after the beloved original, Space Marine 2 seems to be building upon everything that made Space Marine exciting, satisfying, and brutal. Here's everything you need to know about Warhammer 40k Space Marine 2. Like we alluded to at the top, Space Marine 2 is a continuation of the 2011 game of the same name, and for a refresh on the events of that game, make sure to keep an eye out for our story recap video.
You have saved us.
Rise, Guardsmen. You've saved yourselves.
The sequel takes place in the grimdark sci-fi universe of Warhammer 40,000, over 200 years after the events of the original game, and it sees the return of the first game's protagonist, Lieutenant Titus. This time around, instead of mainly slaughtering orcs and chaos, Titus will be helping the Imperium in a war against the Tyranid invasion that has taken over the planet of Kadaku, a jungle world infested with muddy forests and swamps. Don't worry though, you'll still get a chance to crush some chaos here too as you take the fight to the enigmatic Thousand Suns. Space Marine 2 is a third-person action game that blends long-ranged firefights with brutal melee combat. Coverless gunplay can be used to thin hordes or target enemies' weak points, but always be prepared to switch from ranged to melee combat, all of which is seamless and satisfying. New to Titus's fighting style is the ability to block and parry incoming attacks. Depending on the enemy and their strength, a perfect parry or dodge to one of these attacks will either instantly kill the foe, stun them, or allow you to retort with a gun strike. Executions are vital to the flow of combat, as each one will refill a portion of your armor. Previously, in the original Space Marine, executions would heal you, but this time around, health is returning through the use of consumable stims that must be found throughout the level, forcing you to be more mindful of your resources even as you charge into the fray. Adding to this, Titus can also now catch enemies in the air and slam them into the ground, or, if you have the chainsword equipped, slice those enemies into two. During melee combat, you are now able to lock onto the larger enemies like Tyranid warriors, allowing you to focus your attacks and movements on the biggest threat instead of getting bogged down in the chaff. These enemies will also engage you much more intelligently, blocking your attacks or adding their own unblockable combos into the fray. This causes you to more carefully consider your next swing or back off a few feet to empty a magazine of bolt rounds into them. Some of the ranged weapons you can expect to see in Space Marine 2 include the bolter, the auto bolt rifle, the bolt carbine, the melt-a-gun, the heavy bolter, and the plasma incinerator. Melee consists of the combat knife and the chainsword, as well as the enormous thunder hammer, power fist, and more. There's also a jetpack in this game, and who doesn't love jetpacks? The campaign is playable solo or with 3-player co-op. When playing solo, the other roles are filled by AI, and in our hands-on preview of the game, Dave Jewett described the AI as more useful than he expected, and quote, "They seem effective in combat but also have their own abilities and can support in a pinch by picking you up off your feet should you get downed in combat." All 3 characters control exactly the same, aside from their ultimate-like fury abilities. And why 3-player co-op instead of 4? Well, Saber Interactive's brand and creative manager, Jan Francois, told PC Gamer that 4-player co-op simply made the game way too easy. Outside of Space Marine's main campaign is Operations. This is a 3-player PvE mode in which players will drop into a map and tackle a variety of objectives, from battling swarms of enemies to taking on bosses and mini-bosses. There will be 6 maps for Operations at launch, and if you want, the mode can be played solo. The other mode outside the campaign is the PvP multiplayer mode Eternal War. This mode features 6v6 battles across 3 different match types, pitting loyalist Space Marine chapters against the forces of the Chaos Traitor Legions. Annihilation is basically a team deathmatch. Seize Ground has teams working to capture 3 different points on the map, similar to Call of Duty's Domination mode. Then there's Capture and Control, Space Marine 2's take on the classic King of the Hill mode. At launch, there will be 6 playable classes, all with their own arsenal of weapons and unique perks. This includes Assault, Tactical, Heavy, Vanguard, Bulwark, and Sniper. Whether you're playing the campaign, Operations, or Eternal War, you'll be making the decision and deploying out to the battlefield via the Battle Barge. This hub features the Armoring Hall that lets you customize your weapons, armor, and equipment. You'll also find trials here that can be completed for rewards. Space Marine 2 is being developed by Saber Interactive and published by Focus Entertainment. It was announced with a cinematic trailer at the 2021 Game Awards, followed by a gameplay reveal at the show in 2022. A release window of winter 2023 was announced during Summer Game Fest 2023 before the game was delayed into 2024. The game was built on Saber's proprietary Swarm engine, which was originally developed for the large hordes of zombies in 2019's World War Z. Warhammer 40,000 Space Marine 2 will be released on September 9th, 2024 for PS5, Xbox Series X and S, and PC via Steam and the Epic Games Store. There are 3 versions of the game for you to choose from: the Standard Edition, the Gold Edition, and the Ultra Edition. The Standard Edition costs $70 and comes with the base game as well as a special pre-order bonus. The Gold Edition costs $100 and comes with everything in the Standard, as well as a Season Pass and 4-day early access. The Ultra Edition costs just $10 more than the Gold, and the only difference is the inclusion of the Ultramarines Champion Pack. Aliens, space, power armor, and lots of blood. That's everything you need to know about Warhammer 40k Space Marine 2. For more on the game, including tips, guides, and our review, keep it locked to GameSpot.
I'm curious, did they even... No? Okay, good. Because I don't give a shit about that. The early reviews say it all? What do you mean?
So yes, a lucky few got to play an extended version of Warhammer 40k Space Marine 2 and offered up a sort of review in progress of the game after spending 40 hours surviving the hordes of enemies. And we're diving into every aspect of the game with no story spoilers, the good and the bad. Now the game is looking absolutely fantastic, and I gotta say, there are some very noteworthy concerns we have to get into, like why was the beta completely canceled? Could this game have a rough start out of the gates? Will it be the ultimate replacement for the nerfed Helldivers 2? And what about the game's performance? And yes, if you're concerned about microtransactions, well, the devs have some words for you about that one. And also, I'm doing something very special for my YouTube subscribers, so check this out. So to celebrate the launch of Space Marine 2, I'm giving away 1 copy to 1 lucky subscriber, so check out the pinned comment for a chance to win a copy of Space Marine 2. But we got to start out with one of the coolest features of Space Marine 2 that is kind of flying under the radar at the moment, and that is the battle barge. Now, this is where you'll access all of your operations, missions, do your planning, customize your character, upgrade your weapons, and roam around with your friends before heading out. Now, this is giving major Helldivers 2 Warhammer Dark Tide vibes, and I am totally here for it. There's even...
It's just Dark Tide, okay? It's just Dark Tide. Because you're not going to sit here and say, oh, this giving us Helldivers 2 vibes. I'm like, no, it's not.
Training grounds to test out your weapons and loadout before heading to the field, and it's just another visual treat for the eyes and will be your hub for all things single player and multiplayer. But we also have to talk about the most important part of the game, the core of the game, and how it holds up throughout all of these experiences, and that is the combat and progression system. So combat has been pretty well received so far from those that have played it, but there are some caveats here that we do need to dive into. Now, you'll be fending off waves of enemies with a full arsenal of weapons, both ranged and melee, constantly managing your shields, and most notably, your health. More on that in a moment. That's super important. Now, while there's going to be thousands of smaller enemies to take on, taking down larger elite captain-like enemies who can call in reinforcements is crucial, and you got to worry about other floating enemies that buff the horde. But at the same time, you do also have to be aware of sniper enemies in the distance, so learning to dodge is extremely important, and once in a blue moon, you'll run into a larger boss that will take you on and test all of your tactics. Now, we gotta dive into the armor and health system because it's a little bit different here. So here's how it works. Once your armor hits 0, expect to take hits to your health, which, by the way, unlike your armor, does not regenerate when outside of combat. This is going to be extremely important to remember. Now, you can regain armor by performing stylish execution moves to near-death enemies. Parrying and counter shooting is another option on the field as well, but how do you get your health back? Well, you got to use a consumable to get that health back into shape. Now, you'll also be utilizing your jetpack in combat and have a wide variety of weapon options at weapon stations. We're talking about chain swords, power swords, snipers, assault rifles, and melee weapons. Every weapon has its own progression system, and you can level your favorite weapon by simply using it, upgrading your weapons to the ultimate tier known as Relic. But there are some concerns noted by several early players that the jump pack can be somewhat clunky to handle, and parrying and executions at time just doesn't feel right. Sometimes their animations just aren't jiving well with the enemy. Now, hopefully this isn't too prevalent in the game since it's such a big feature of actual combat. but I mean, you do have to engage the system quite often to recharge your armor. So yeah, hopefully it's working as intended at launch. But again, this was earlier builds before release, so I'm hoping that there's been some fine tuning with this, but it is something that I have to know. So we have got to talk about this single player campaign. So the dev team did confirm the campaign is expected to be around 10 to 12 hours long, though that time might vary. But this looks to be a full-blown cinematic narrative experience and looks to be rich in lore. And the world building here is just impressive. Remember that the story can also be played in 3-player co-op. And yes, the game has a wide variety of PvE and PvP multiplayer modes, but there might be some concerning things happening around that. So I say we dive into that right now. So we need to talk about the fact that yes, the
only thing I could see being a problem is the PvP mode.
And multiplayer beta for Space Marine 2 was ultimately canceled. Now, this could be certainly viewed as a good thing, as it gives more time for the dev team just to work and focus up. But at the same time, we know betas can really help stabilize a game before launch. What's a bit more concerning is that several early players of the game said they were given access to the co-op features and it just didn't work properly. For a game constantly advertising multiplayer, yeah, this is a bit concerning. Then again, we have seen games that launch in a pretty rough state to then fine-tune the servers, and usually after a week or so, things do mellow out and stabilize. Here's to hoping that Space Marine 2 can get through its potential server issues at launch without problem. Now, what is reassuring is the dev team behind the game. Besides, these are the guys that did make World War Z, and that game, for me at least, did end up being a fun time, and I personally had minimal issues connecting even in random matchmaking with that one. So at least there's that sliver of hope right there, and they're promising crossplay will be at the launch of the game. So I think crossplay is so important for a thriving multiplayer community, so that is excellent news. But multiplayer is where a lot of the replay value is going to come into play here. It needs to work great. Let's talk a little bit about PvE mode first, and then we will venture into PvP multiplayer mode. So yes, you can play the cooperative operations mode with up to a total of 3 people, and if you can't find anyone to play with, you're at least going to be joined by some AI companions. However, it was said, don't expect your companions, or at least AI companions, to be the brightest. I'm sure some of you will be bummed that we don't also have a 4-player cooperative experience, but the dev team did settle on 3 for...
Not really, because the reason being is that normally you don't, even in lore, the Space Marines, like if you played like Dawn of War, you would notice that in a starting setup of Space Marines, one squad of Space Marines are 3 people. And it's even in the lore that just one squad of Space Marines can take a whole world, because they just make them that durable.
For balance reasons, it seems. Now, the cool thing is that you'll be able to choose from 6 different unique classes specializing in everything from CQC combat, long-range sniping, support, and so on. And every class gets a full-blown perk tree with unique skills for your shield, improving melee moves for your ground slam, increasing the effectiveness of your shock AoE abilities. You'll find a skill for perfect parries that can instantly knock out elite enemies. And my favorite, become unstoppable if you have any armor at all, which is considered a very high skill perk at the end of the tree. There's also this really cool grappling hook mechanic that can be leveled up for one of the classes, and the Vanguard class utilizes his combat knife, so that's pretty unique. I mean, hell, there's even a class that can go full-blown cloak here, and enemies marked by a scanner can take an additional 100% damage, so that's pretty cool. There's even buffs for your entire team to deal more damage, so there's a lot of options here with all of the classes. Now, each class will also come with what's called trials. You'll be given 3 challenges that will reward you with upgraded resources and currency. Now, each class also has their own weapons and abilities and purposes on the field, and you can also fully customize your character. Let me tell you what, the customization in this game is super impressive. You'll be rewarded in-game with new customization options, but if you're worried about microtransactions, fear not. The dev team did confirm this game will not have microtransactions at all, so you can have a sigh of relief there, so that is excellent news. But back to the classes here, what's a little worrying is that it was said some of these classes feel just meh compared to the rest, So I'm thinking we might see some post-launch balance updates to bring some of the lackluster classes to snuff. So it was also said that some of the classes feel a little bit too squishy, and then the heavy class completely lacks the use of melee. So I'm really curious to see how they actually play when I get the hands-on experience for myself. But what we'll see is if this is all over-exaggerated or if there is something here the dev team does in fact need to work on. Besides, a lot of this stuff can be subjective, but the reason why I bring up class balance and why this is so very important is that you can't have duplicate classes when playing cooperative mode.
The only thing is that the only thing I can see it being like bad, and this is what they need to do, is for one, they need to separate the buffs or the tweaks that they do in PvP than they do in PvE. Because in PvE, I'm expecting to be stupid, powerful in any kind of situation that I'm in, but yet in this factor, I can see myself, being powerful, but against CPU enemies. That's the only reason why I don't like PvE, especially in games like Warhammer, like Space Marine or anything like that, because it just truly it really bogs down a game and possibly ruins a game's like lifeline, because of the fact that it's like, why is there a reason for you to verse other players? This is completely PvE. Leave us alone. Whatever.
So here's to hoping someone isn't always left with the second best thing, because that can definitely be problematic. Now, operations play very similar to what you may have experienced in World War Z, as you go through linear levels, and there are branching paths that will take you to valuable pickups and ammo crates and grenades. But the armor boost and Guardian Relic, which is a self-revive, appears to be one of the most important pickups you and your buddies will be going after. You'll also be taking on objectives and mini bosses as you go. But it's the floating skulls that you'll absolutely have to get, because they are called armory data, which can be used to upgrade one of your favorite weapons. So this is a must-have item you gotta find. So operations will require you to detonate a large bomb, while others require you to be more offensive and aggressive. But like World War Z, expect to be totally overwhelmed by swarms of enemies. There's a set number of revives depending on the difficulty you play, which, by the way, there's 4 difficulty settings here. Mission rewards like experience, currency, and armory data rarity will get better and better as you go up the difficulty tiers. And it seems that planning and tactics with your team will matter on higher difficulties, of course. And the mini bosses, we're going to talk about that, are no joke and will attempt to stop your progress. But there's also much larger bosses as well, and they do not appear in every single operation instance, by the way. There's also going to be 6 cooperative operations at launch. It's a bummer there aren't more, to be honest. I really wish there was.
Not really, because the thing is that, like, if each mission has like 3 sections, has like 3 huge ass sections, including like a mini boss in each section. Well, if you have 3, you have 2 mini bosses and then a regular boss. Then, and like, bro, that alone will suffice like an hour each map. Like, there's no way you're not bum rushing through these fucking maps. There's no way.
But knowing this dev team, I do expect post-launch support to be pretty robust. More on that in a moment, by the way. But yeah, we got to talk about PvP. Yes, we're getting PvP, unlike Helldivers 2, which is strictly PvE. Space Marine 2 dares to venture into PvP, which has me both excited and a little bit worried, I'm not going to lie. I'll explain that here. It's safe to kind of think of PvP as kind of like a Gears of War with jetpacks and shields and classes, which sounds pretty damn badass to me. But unlike operations mode, PvP will limit a team to 2 duplicate classes instead of 1. So at least there's that, I guess, but it's not going to be possible to have an entire team of snipers, for example, and I think it's best for balance reasons. However, my big concern with PvP is the post-launch support. Now, I have a sneaking suspicion that maybe PvP is not going to be this game's bread and butter, and it would be disheartening if the dev team and dev time was spent on post-launch support for a mode that most players end up ignoring in the long term. I'm thinking that maybe
It's
the
go-
operations.
The PvP in this game is going to be ignored. I'm going to say this 100%. Like, this game's PvP is going to be ignored. Nobody's giving a solid fuck about it. That's why if you see all these people like praising the PvP or talking about the PvP more than you hear people talking about the operations, the storytelling, and everything else, and they're like, "Yo, guys, play the PvP, play the," because they're trying to be like, yeah, like the people are like, yeah, can you talk about the PvP a little more than the PvE and the PvP and the story, because you know we want people to actually like do that. And on his other point about um on his other point about what you call it, on the no microtransactions, I mean, honestly, if they let us get the upgrade, it's like, hey, it's like, hey, if you bought the basic edition and they're like, oh, hey, you want to buy this ultimate pack upgrade? That's the only thing I can see it being. But other than that, no, I don't see any reason why they need to give a shit about the PvP.
Mode might have longer legs, but only time will tell. But maybe, just maybe, PvP could have some form of cult following. It could be possible, but again, it would be a bummer if like the dev time was spent 50% on developing, something that players really wanted, and then the other 50% on just this extra PvP mode that no one really wants. So yeah, we'll see how it goes. Now, what about performance? One thing that a lot of early players said is that performance was, well, excellent for this game, at least on the PC side of things. Now, most of the early access players to this build said that they were shocked that finally a game in 2024 was running this amazing on PC. There's no word about the console counterparts, but this alone tells me visually this game should be a real treat for the eyes. And I do have like a lot of hope for the console versions, by the way, just because, again, of this dev team's pedigree and their history with console games. Now, let's talk a little bit about DLC and post-launch support here. There is planned DLC, but the dev team did confirm the Season Pass will be offering up cosmetic rewards only, and any paid DLC will also be cosmetic only, and the plan is this. Any new missions and other bigger content will be free to all players. This is a pretty damn big deal here, and maybe it will help make this community thrive in the long term. We'll see if they can pull this off, of course, in that long term, but if cosmetics alone could keep this game's post-launch support afloat for a while, that would be impressive. And yeah,
there are many pieces and many lore pieces, many different pieces of things you can make each season pass. Like, probably this season pass, you can call it the ultramarine season, and have nothing but ultramarine pieces. Like, they go back all the way in the history of all the history of the ultramarines, and then maybe like another season they do the chaos marines. Maybe that's a PvP season. Other than that, like, I can see them doing different themes for the season pass. But other than that, like, I'm glad that everything is only cosmetic and it's nothing like, oh, if you have you need this, if you need this gun from the season pass.
I think by the fact that this is a third-person game, cosmetics should be super popular with this one. But there it is. Let me tell you what, I have not been this excited for a game in quite some time. Space Marine 2 is looking legit so far. Yes, there are some concerns, and again, be careful about pre-ordering. We'll see how the stability goes, but I did want to provide some evidence that this dev team by their history, seems to know what they're doing. And this could be the real shining moment for this developer. We'll have to see how this pans out, but I'll keep you guys up to date on all things Space Marine 2. Look out for more news and updates here at Open World Games, and I will see you all next time. Take care.
So yeah, oh man. What is this? Star Wars Outlaws, the worst game I've ever played in 2024. Oh my god, I can't. Fucking can't. The fact that anybody... What the fuck? Jesus Christ. But yeah, no. Like that Star Wars Outlaws is a hot garbage game. So, but yeah, honestly, I hope you guys are excited for a Space Marine 2 because I'm definitely playing that shit. I'm definitely playing that shit. Most definitely. But yeah, as I said before, when we do just our just chatting streams, I only go like about at max 2 hours. But yeah, I appreciate everyone being here today. Thank you guys for all the love, all the support you guys given me over the past year. We're at 260 followers. 260 followers. You guys have been absolutely killing it. I appreciate y'all. You guys are absolutely fantastic. 260 followers. Oh, always, man. Love you, homie. Glad I could at least lurk. Yeah. You know what? And I'm going to say this again. Thank you to all my lurkers. Thank you to all my peoples that just come in, lurk, or maybe chat a little bit and then lurk. Doesn't matter. You guys are appreciated. You guys, I love y'all. Definitely, I'm going to see you guys Saturday. I hope you guys have a great week. I'll see you guys Saturday for some Baldur's Gate, where we go to see my wife again. We get to see my wife again. I brought the milk, baby. Ah. All right, guys. You guys have a great one. You guys have a blessed one. I'll see you guys Saturday. Later. Deed out. Peace out.